Okay, good morning. So today our maths is to work on square and cube numbers. Yesterday you worked on squared numbers, and I know we've done work on that previously as well. Same with cube numbers. So this is just a little bit of revision. So the target is to be able to use and understand square and cube numbers. We've got two illustrations there. Here we can see a square number, and you can see that's 3 squared. So if we have 3 along the top and 3 along the side, and then make it into a square like that, that's where that square name comes from. That's what it means. 3 by 3, 3 squared, 3 times 3 is 9, and if you were really unsure you could draw it out and you can count the squares. That's absolutely fine. Here we have cubed, so we've got 2 cubed there, so we do 2 times 2 times 2, and you can see it's that 3D cube shape, and you can visualize why a cube number is a cube number. Okay, so we have squared where we would be doing 3 times 3, and then we have cubed where it would be 2 times 2 times 2. So there's sort of what you have to do. I think we're okay with that already, but it's good for us to have some extra practice. So section A is just more practices of squared numbers. Okay, so 2 squared equals 2 times 2 equals. So you can work through that if you're really struggling and want some extra help. When you get to 6, it's backwards. So 81 is what squared. Okay, so what number do you times by itself to make 81? So you'll have to work through and try and work it out. I mean, if you're really struggling, what you could do is write out all the squared numbers. So 1 squared equals, 2 squared equals, 3 squared equals, and do it that way. If you're good at your times tables, this should be easy peasy lemon squeezies. But again, if you don't know your times tables, everything's so much harder. So something for you to think about whether you need to spend a bit of time there. At the bottom, it's a pattern. Okay, so it basically just asks what the next number in the sequence would be. Or, yeah, so you can work through that. Okay, B is very, very similar, but then we get to cubed. So this time, it's something times something times something. So think of it as a bit like a number puzzle. So you have to work out what that would be. Okay, a bit more thinking is going to be involved here. And then we want you to write out all the cube numbers up to 12 cubed. And then if you're managing that, we've got section C. Now you do have to think a bit more here, because you have to think what times what will be 250,000. You might need to do a bit of trial and error. Again, the better you are with your tables, the more chance you have. Oh, I've got an intruder alert. Hattie, we're doing maths. Okay, and then you work through, copy this pattern up to 20 squared. And add each successive odd number to the previous square number to find the next. So it's got a little pattern for how you work through and do it. So just revision today. We've already looked at squared and cube numbers, but you're all going to be experts by the end of this. Good luck.